విశ్వశాంతిని చేకూర్చు విధము నేర్చి విశ్వ శాంతిని చేకూర్చు విధము నేర్చి సంకుచిత భావములనెల్ల సమయజేసి ఐకమత్యము సహజీవనాధికము ఐకమత్యము సహజీవనాధికము త్వరగా నేర్పుటయే కాదే బ్రహ్మ విద్య విశ్వ శాంతిని చేకూర్చు విధము నేర్చి సంకుచిత భావములనెల్ల సమయజేసి ఐకమత్యము సహజీవనాధికము ఐకమత్యము సహజీవనాధికము త్వరగ నేర్పుటయే కాదే.
Good morning, Swami Ajay. First of all, thank you for giving us the opportunity to ask you a few questions for this video we are trying to produce about your work and your life. And we would be very curious to start with to know a bit about your life. If you would tell us a bit about your life before all the events of 94 that made you known to the public as a Sai Baba devotee. Who were you and how was your life before all that happened?
Firstly, I offer my humble pranams from deep of my heart as the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Secondly, I offer my pranams to all of you here to take your precious time to do this job. And thirdly, I offer my humble pranams to all dear brothers and sisters, Sai devotees and children. About my life, I don't know really how to explain all these things, and many strange things happens in my life. To know about God is not easy. To know about Swami is not easy. To come here today and to explain what has happened in my life, how I have come in this form, I don't know really. All these things has been written in books or in scriptures or not, I don't know. But I will try very hard to really explain the things which has happened in my life. I have got many problems in small age, so I will not explain everything like this. Lot of problems. Afterwards, I start working with my brother, and he works as an attorney in Mauritius, and I work with him as an attorney clerk. And at the same time, as well learning to be one in-law, to be someone in-law. At the same time, in 1991, I felt very ill, belly pain everywhere in my body. So I saw many doctors, so many priests to cure me. Many prayers. My family also performed many prayers to help me. And even the doctor says I have an ulcer in my body. Some says I have a hole in my body. And they try to cure me through medicines, through many ways. But all these methods failed, and the doctor said, I have to perform an operation. Maybe that operation could cure me. But even after that operation, I felt very bad through my body. So much pain. And it was very difficult for me to accept all these things. And one day I heard the doctor said to my auntie that it's very difficult to cure me. So there are only 7 days for me to live. And after that, my auntie, she was with me to look after me. She was near me to look after me. And one day, she took me to Sai Baba temple in Mauritius. It's found in the south of Mauritius. And we stay in the west of Mauritius at Bhajan Hall. So we went there, and my auntie talked about my health. There was an old priest there who occupied the Sai Baba temple, Shirdi Sai Baba temple. And there was also a Bhajan Hall where they performed kirtan and so many prayers. And my auntie talked about my health with him. And he brought a small statue of Shirdi Baba and he put it in my hand. And he said, so go, put your belief in him. And I gave you vibhuti, sacred ash. Vibhuti means sacred ash, coming out from so many statues in that temple, materialized by Swami, by Shirdi Baba itself, at his place in India. He gave me that sacred ash, and I brought the statue of Shirdi Baba and the sacred ash at home. And I start preparing to put that statue in a very safe place, in a shrine, that we call it in Hindi, in Sanskrit, puja room. Puja means prayers, and the room is a sacred place where we keep all the idols and statues. And I start praying. I don't know really, something start happening in myself. I know it very difficult for me to live because doctor already give me an alert that I have no more days to live. But I was not praying to live, but I was praying only just God give me a good place and help me to go. Because I know science is another form of God. Doctors are another form of God. God has manifested himself in the forms of mother, father, sisters, brothers, also doctors. So I knew that it was difficult for me to be alive. But I pray to God. just to help me to go. Just to help me to go. I ask God, give me the power to prepare me to go. I ask God, give me the power to accept everything. And once I start talking to Shirdi Baba, I feel something blessed in me, some happiness start occurring in me. And I also start feeling that something is going out from my body. How? I don't know. But I feel some happiness that never occurred to me before. That never occurred to me before. I feel that happiness inside me. And I start crying every time I perform my prayer. Because of that illness, I obliged to leave my work, everything. And I suffered for 1.5 years, just waiting doctors to cure me and all the prayers to cure me. But after all these things happened, that is the issue came in my home, and I start praying. For the first time in my life, I feel something good happening to me inside. I feel some happiness manifesting inside me, and that happiness make me cry. And I feel something will happen to me. And I start praying, I continue praying. And I used that sacred ash, putting in water and drink it, put it on my body, every time put it in my mouth. And the family, even me, waiting me to go. So days passed. I continued my prayer by using the sacred ash coming from Shirdi, from that Sai temple in Mauritius. Regularly, same time, put it in water and drink it, put it in my mouth, put on my body, and after 3 days, 4 days, I feel something is happening to me. And I feel that pain is coming to an end. I start feeling good in myself. I feel I am starting to get that energy. And days passed, 7 days passed, 8 days passed, last days passed, start carrying my puja, my prayers. And after 1 month, only 1 month and 30 days, the sacred ash cured me completely, even my operation. All the pain in my body vanished away. All the negative thoughts in my mind vanished away. All the confusions, troubles vanished away. Once more, I returned back to see my doctors. And the doctors saw me. And they were strange to see me. And they accept it's a divine grace of God. And they say it's a miracle. I started working. Now when I started working in the office of my brother, I feel that I know that job more than before. I started working, I started preparing the files in a proper way. Any work I received in the office, I do it properly. Without no fear. I went to the court to do some job without any fear. I discussed the matters with friends without any fear. And even I brought some jobs from the office to home too. to work. It's like that. God has helped me. I want to say I have not missed that 1.5 years. Together with my health, God also, He has given me all my knowledge, more than that, to work properly, to do something very good. But one thing also happened in my life. I start talking more about God with all my friends. And at that time, all my friends called me Pandit. Pandit means priest. Pandit means someone the one who can help others in any forms, explanations. And all my friends call me with that name, Pandit. And any time they ask me certain questions on spirituality, and I started giving them the answers, explain them a bit about prayers, etc.
So that started coming naturally in you.
Yes, coming naturally. And while I was working, I have not really give the attention that I knew something like that. They ask me question and I give answers. And even at that time, I don't know that what I am telling them is good or bad. I just give my feeling because I know what I am talking to them, what I am giving to them is something I already put into practice. I know this is the way of doing it. If they do it like this, the same way, something will happen. Is a shortcut one. So only they have to have more confidence. What I have done, I given them, and my life start transform like this. But the main thing happened when one of my friends start discussing about forms. Forms means once I cured myself with the divine grace of our beloved Shirdi Baba, so I have put all my faith in him. But before I was a devotee of Shiva, but after that happened to me, I put all my faith in him, and original one statue was in my room, was Shirdi Baba. So everything for me was Shirdi Baba, and Shirdi Baba. For me, when I returned back home, he was my friend. I talked to him, Sai Ram Baba, Sai Ram Baba. Because I know the whole my life is for him. Nothing for me left now. Everything. I will do everything what he wants me to do. I don't know how that love come in me. I never loved someone like I start loving Shirdi Baba. I don't know how it happened like this. But one of my friends started discussing about the forms, because my friend, he was a great devotee of Krishna in the ISKCON organization. And I can't say I was a devotee of Shirdi Baba, but I loved Shirdi Baba. And I do not belong to any organization at that time because I don't know what is the meaning of organization. But I love Shirdi Baba. And he talked about Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme One. See, I know. I love Krishna also myself. But I love Shirdi Baba. Say, you can't love Shirdi Baba because Shirdi Baba is a human being. And Krishna is the Supreme One, a Supreme God. Is itself Lord Narayana, who incarnated himself in the form of Krishna. I say, yes. But Shirdi Baba also is a form of Shiva. He has created so many miracles in India, even in Mauritius, everywhere. Even he has put a fire in Shirdi. Up to now, this fire is alive, is there. And from that divine fire, the sacred ash is coming and everybody is being cured with that divine ash. I accept that Sri Krishna is a supreme one, but I also accept that Shirdi Baba is God, manifest in the form of human being. So in that conversation, that person, I feel he challenged me a bit. I know at that time we're discussing there is no need for someone to accept, but for myself it was very important to know that the form of Shirdi Baba after cured me, that the statue in my house is really God. Now the question is God or not for me, not for everybody. And from that day, and that discussion started on 20th day of November 1993. The discussion started that day. And I returned back home. After my job, I put my bag in my room and I sat near the statue of Shirdi Baba. I say, "Oh Baba, please help me. I know you are here. I know you have done so many things for me. I know you cured me. I have put all my belief on you, Baba. But one thing, please do it for me. I want to know you are here in my house or not. You are God. You are something special for me or not. Not for everybody, Baba. Because I love you. You know I can't live without you. You know you are my friend. You know everybody when I return back home I talk to you. Because I know you are not any statue. You are someone I like for me. Why I am talking all these things to you, Baba? Because you know what has happened about all these discussions. So I want to confirm myself that you are here, Baba. Because I am a human being. I don't know why I am asking you all these things. I don't know why I want all these answers. Please do something for me, Baba. Do something I don't know what to do. And even I don't know what you will do. But what my heart wants, that please do something that make me agree from deep in my heart that you are here. You are God. I have already surrendered myself at the altar's feet, Baba. If you feel that what I am offering to you is truth, is pure, if you feel everything in me is really pure, so please do something. 21st morning, I got up and I went to the office to work, returned back home. Same discussion happened in the midday. Once more start talking to Baba, 21st. Same thing happened to 22nd morning. On the 22nd now, when I finished my job, once more I met my friend and he started discussing very loudly in a manner like he's challenging me that what I am praying is nothing. I have to change everything and I have to accept Sri Krishna, the Supreme One. I say yes, why not? But everyone has his own choice. And I I told him, yes, okay, I accept. Shri Krishna is the Supreme One. For you. But for me is not finished. So you know, friend, just to finish that debate, because for me, Krishna also is very beautiful for me. But just to end it here, I accept that Shri Krishna is the Supreme One. But for me, inside me, it is not finished. I have to get my answers. And at 2 o'clock, I leave the office and I return back home. Because at that time, I was not feeling good. I was feeling a bit sad. And I returned back home. I put my bag in my room. I sat in front of the statue of Shirdi Baba. I started crying. From 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, I started crying. Say, why? Why you are doing all this to me? I know it's impossible for you to do something, but you have to do something great for me. All this thing also was impossible, but you have do it. You have put it into impossible. You have to do everything possible for me. Only small thing I'm asking you, just do something that I feel that you are here. Only for me. Say to Baba, there are so many things happening in this world. It's difficult for me to understand. Really, the form of God. For me, it's very easy to concentrate on you because you are here. And it was 22nd night. 23rd morning, I went to my job. And once more, I was not feeling well. After finishing my job at 2 o'clock, I returned back home. And I just sat in front of Shirdi Baba, silently. I do not ask anything. Just sat and cried. And afterward, my auntie called me, say, come and took my food. And the food was in front of me and I started crying. And my auntie said, why are you crying? I said, I don't know. I feel something sad in me. And I started crying. And the mother of my auntie was there, who came to visit us. And she liked me very much. And the time was about 7 o'clock. It was very difficult for me to eat. I say, my auntie, afterwards, I will take my food. So I asked mother of my auntie that she wants to see a religious film. She said yes. So I went into my room to just took a film of Ramayana. And when I came back from my room, I saw something shining in that statue of Shirdi Baba. Because the light was off, in the dark light, I saw the statue shining. The distance was about 5 or 6 meters, approximately. And I came across, little by little. And at that time, I felt something happening in me. Some happiness, some kind of fear happening in me. But I came across little by little. And once I came near the statue, I saw honey coming from that statue. Full of honey coming from that statue. I started crying. Oh Baba. But that was here. I took that statue in my hand just to see what is happening There's something wrong in that statue. And I saw nothing. I put the statue on the table and I started crying. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. You are here.
सब चेहरे पे झूठ सजा के
And I called my auntie and she came. She put a plate under the statue of Shirdi Baba and Amrita, the honey we call it Amrita, start coming regularly. Then my auntie called my brother and he was a devotee of Baba before. And the 10th November, this happened on 10th November at about 7:30 p.m. And my auntie called my brother. And he was performing the birthday of beloved Bhagwan Sathya Sai Baba in a place. And once she called, my auntie called him and he was not at home. So his wife took the phone and she said, he's not here.
You never knew, you never saw the form of Sathya Sai Baba
No,
before. You only
no.
knew Shirdi.
I never knew, I never heard the name of Sathya Sai Baba. And even I don't, at that time, I don't know the form of Sathya Sai Baba. Even Shirdi Baba. But my auntie, what I have said, that my auntie took me to the temple. At that time, I start knowing Shirdi Sai Baba. But Sathya Sai Baba, never. And even I don't know that 20th November is his birthday. So, when my brother heard that type of manifestation, he brought all the groups, everybody here, to continue the birthday of our beloved Bhagwan Sathya Sai Baba in the place of manifestations. And from that day, he explained to us about the birthday of Baba. And one of that person also wrote a small picture of Sathya Sai Baba. Picture calendar of Sathya Sai Baba there. And they start doing bhajan because such type of miracles has happened for the first time in Mauritius. Miracles has happened every time, but I don't know exactly. But this time, I feel it was the first time. Maybe second time or third time, but I don't know. But for me, it was the first time, and this has transformed me a lot. And this manifestation gave me so much belief that God is not far from us, is here. And this manifestation gave me so much encouragement to transform me, to have more transformations in me.
Going back now to the 23rd, to the coincidence of Sai Baba's birthday and the manifestations, you were telling us about the Amrita coming and cooling and people doing then the bhajan. What happened then after that?
So many people came to see that darshan. So many people came to see that darshan everywhere from Mauritius. Even the Sai organization, the president, the secretary, etc. came to see the divine manifestations. Little by little, people start knowing about the manifestations start coming in everyday bhajans, starting from the morning, from 11 o'clock till night, 10 or 11 o'clock, and no time to eat, no time to get together with the family. So the whole day people coming in the whole country. Even all the regions, even the Muslim people, Christian people came to see that divine darshan. And this continued November December, January, February. It's continued for 5 or 6 months like that.
Yeah, but on that day, until then, until the 23rd of November, you actually never saw Swami or
No.
Sathya Sai Baba, his form, physical
No, but at
form.
that time when devotees start coming,
Yeah.
when devotees started coming, and they told me now, normally all this happening, but I continued working in my job. I continued concentrating in my job because I have to work. But one thing also that my house, the house I built, I got a lottery to build that house. Because that house, it was not a house at that time, it was a garage. I transformed that garage into a house. After Baba curing me, so I start working, I got money, I transformed that garage into house, okay? And in that house, I put my shrines and Shirdi Baba. I settled down the statue of Shirdi Baba. So I start talking to him in that house. But when the miracles happened there, my personal room was behind that prayer room. And my brother asked me, now I have to eliminate my room.
Because breaking the wall.
Yeah, because the place is so small and so many people is coming and they want to do bhajan. So the place is not enough. And I have to put my bed in another place. Everything, my cupboard, everything in another place. And give that place to perform bhajan. But I said to Shri Baba now, I know now you have given my answers, you are here, but now you have to go. Because
Enough place anymore.
I need place now.
ఆధునిక విద్య పెరిగెను అంతులేక ఆత్మ విద్యయు క్షీణించే అవధి లేక సత్య ధర్మంబులన్నీయు సమసిపోయే ఆధునిక విద్య పెరిగెను అంతులేక ఆత్మ విద్యయు క్షీణించే అవధి లేక సత్య ధర్మంబులన్నీయు సమసిపోయే ప్రేమ శాంతి అహింసలు పేదబడియే ప్రేమ శాంతి అహింసలు పేదబడియే ఆధునిక విద్య పెరిగెను అంతులేక ఆత్మ విద్యయు క్షీణించే అవధి లేక సత్య ధర్మంబులన్నీయు సమసిపోయే ప్రేమ శాంతి అహింసను పేదబడియే ప్రేమ శాంతి అహింసను పేదబడియే ఆధునిక విద్య పెరిగెను అంతులేక ఆత్మ విద్యయు క్షీణించే అవధి లేక సత్య ధర్మంబులన్నీయు సమసిపోయే ఆధునిక విద్య పెరిగెను అంతులేక ఆత్మ విద్యయు క్షీణించే అవధి లేక
Yes, you gave me all these things, but you have not given me time to enjoy that place. You are taking it rapidly. Do something. But the miracles continued. But so many devotees came and they asked me, they said, now see, something is happening in your house. At that time, I was drinking beers. I was not eating like fish, but another thing, simple. And someone can say, now you have to stop drinking beers and you must be vegetarian. And my age, when the miracles happened on 20th November, my age was about 23. So something is strange. 23, 27 November. I don't know. Today I am doing that.
And now you are
Now 42.
42.
So 23. So my so many people came saying, now you must be vegetarian. So why? Miracles is here. So enjoy the miracles. Why you are interfering in my life? So now you have to say Om Sai Ram. Yes, okay. And I continue my life. Going to job, okay. People is coming. It's performing Aarti is okay. It's good. But I know God is here. Life is okay. It is not for me to go to so many temples now. I know there is no need to look up upstairs to say, God, where are you? There is no need for me to go in every place to pray. I know Baba is here. He is here. Now, let us carry on our job now. Because we need to be someone. We need to have money to be someone. It's not enough. Devotion is in the place, but personal life also must be improved. Okay. But at the same time, my brother organized the first time a Suprabhatam. A Suprabhatam is a special prayer we perform in the morning, just to awake God. Is a prayer which we perform in the morning. The first time, Suprabhatam and Nagasankirtan. Nagasankirtan is something we chant along the street, just to purify that place, the environment. The first time, Suprabhatam and Nagasankirtan will be done in a village hall.
The place where you lived.
The place where you still live now.
Yes.
That was there.
I think it was a Saturday. They organized a Nagasankirtan, Suprabhatam Nagasankirtan on Sunday. But it should be to do this. And on Saturday, I have to go for a picnic with my friend. A special program for the last day of our job.
Ah, okay.
So they organized a picnic. And even my brother and so many people say it's not good. Tomorrow there will be first Suprabhatam Nagasankirtan in this village, and today you are going for a picnic. It's not good. Say why? Everything is good. So prepare for tomorrow, and I'm going. So I went for that picnic, and my friend prepared everything which I like to eat. They prepared what we say, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and so many things to eat. I never eat that things, but I always say I like to eat because at times it's not easy to eat all these things. Because all these things can't get it everywhere.
Ah, the ingredients.
Yes, we need someone to prepare, and so they prepare it. So the things which I like to eat, and they put it in front of me. The beer is here. They liked me because I was someone who can make them happy in the groups. I organize like dance, I chant, everything. So just to
Cheers them up.
to cheer the group, to make the group happy. Make them happy. So they bring everything in front of me. And when all the thing is there, I want to eat. It was very difficult for me at that moment to eat. I start crying. And my friends say, Ram. They call me Ram. Say, why you're not eating? Say, I don't know. I don't know why I'm crying. And at that time, it was very difficult for me to eat. That made that I was not feeling well to eat that things, even to drink that beer. And as I told them that, see for a taxi. I want to return back home. And the time was about 2 o'clock. Because from Paul we used to come to that place, so a lot of time. At that time, as this happened to me, it was about 2 o'clock. And I told them that, see for a taxi, I want to return back home now. And I returned back home. I returned back home about 4 o'clock. And I saw my brother is preparing everything. And once I came inside the shrine, the prayer room, and I told my brother, you know brother, all the pictures which is here, don't put water on them, because materialization, the pictures, once you put water and bless them, the materialization will start on that picture. And it will not good, because all of this will fall down and will not good. And my mother say, but it's good if we bless, then the devotees will come, and Amrita will come, everybody will see. Say, but it's not good. But he insists, put water, and once he put that water, and the pictures start materializing Amrita and vibhuti, all types of vibhutis.
Different colors.
Different colors.
But what I don't understand is like, how did you know? Like, so just,
I don't know.
You
I
don't
just
know.
say.
You just say.
I just like this. You know, brother, don't put water, don't bless that pictures, because maybe vibhuti will come on that, and I don't want that vibhuti to come on that pictures, because this will
It will.
ça va salir la maison.
Will
All the vibhuti will spread around the house and will not good. It will be very difficult to wash away the house. So don't bless. But he insists. So I told them, and I went to my room. Just to be calm. And they perform everything. From till night, at 11 o'clock night, I came out from my room, and my brother asked me, the statue in the small plate, Amrita is coming, is not enough. We have to change that plate put the statue in a big plate, so that more Amrita can come. I say, not good. Because I respect always my big brother, and he insists. See, we can't change. Something may happen. See, nothing will be happen. Only we have to okay, we will not change the statue. We just put the small plate into a big plate. Say, no, it's not good. Leave it at his place. We'll see it later. Today is in the Sankirtan. If something happens, it's not good. But he insists. So he changed. He put the plate. He put out the plate. He put the plate in another plate. Completely with the statue. And suddenly, the Amrita stopped manifesting. It stopped coming from the statue. And everybody now started to have a fear in them. Why all this happened? Today what we will say to the people who will come here? And everybody asked me what to do. I said, I don't know. For that reason, I told you, do not disturb that statue. But you insist. So all these things happened. It was about 11:30. I went to my room. And at that time when I slept, I put only my short, what we say, and nothing else on my body. And I slept. And I felt something hot happened to my body. I felt something very hot happened to my body. I got up. I put me in front of my mirror. And I feel something like honey coming from my head, from my ears, from my eyes, from my nose, everywhere. And honey sweating from the whole of my body. It was about 1:15 a.m. I started crying. I went in the kitchen. My auntie was preparing for the next day for Nagasankirtan, food, etc. And she saw me. Say, what happened to you? Say, what? See, what is happening to me? Watch, what is happening to me? Say, okay, go and take a bath. So I went in the bathroom to take a bath. And I came out, more honey coming. And I went for the second time, more honey coming than before. Third time, more honey coming out from my body. And I don't know what to do. And I asked my dear now what to do. Watch what is happening to my body. Everywhere it is coming. And I went to my room and I sat like Shirdi Baba. I don't know. I sat like that. I feel easy to sit like that. So I put my leg on another leg. And I remember that person who told me at that time that now you have to start to recite Om Sai Ram. Because when miracle started, the Imam come and told me, now you have to stop doing all these things, to stop doing yes, etc. And you have to start to do the japa of Om Sai Ram. I said, no, we'll see afterwards. And I remember that person told me to recite, and I took my japamala and started doing Om Sai Ram. I started Om Sai Ram, Om Sai Ram, Om Sai Ram, very quick. In an afraid manner, in a fear manner, I started doing Om Sai Ram. And for the first time in my life, I saw Bhagwan Sathya Sai Baba in his white robe, white dress, standing in front of me, smiling and doing gestures with his hand. And my auntie, who was near me with her son, and I said to my auntie, look, watch, Baba is here. And for the first time also, when I saw Swami, I called him directly, Swami, Swami. Because I never heard this name, Swami. I know Baba. But the first time, I called him Swami, and I said to my auntie, who was near me, watch, Swami is here. She said, where? She said to me, where? I said, here. Then I said to her, watch downstairs. Amrita is coming from the floor. And where's Amrita is coming from the floor? This is the feet of Swami. And really Amrita coming from the floor, where Swami was standing. And Swami took my right hand. He took my finger and I stand up. He walked. He leave my hand and I start walking like a baby. And he went towards the statue, and where he was walking, Amrita was coming from that floor. And
Like a footstep.
like footsteps. And he went directly toward the statue of Shirdi Baba. And I saw the real size of Swami, who came into small. And once he approached the statue of Shirdi Baba, he merged in that statue. He merged himself in that size, in that statue of Shirdi Baba, and Amrita started coming from that statue once more.
ಖಂಡ ಖಂಡಾಂತರ ಖ್ಯಾತಿನ ಚಿಂಚಿನ ಮಹನೀಯುలను ಗನ್ನ ಮಾತೃಭೂಮಿ ಖಂಡ ಖಂಡಾಂತರ ಖ್ಯಾತಿನ ಚಿಂಚಿನ మహనీయులను గన్న మాతృభూమి పాశ్చాత్య వీరుల పరద్రోలించియు స్వాతంత్రమును గన్న సమరభూమి
And I returned back to the washroom to take my bath. And after this, the meter stopped. It was about 2:30 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. I went back to sleep. And my brother came at 4 o'clock. My aunt explained to him everything. He came into my room to wake me up. And when I wake up, I said to my brother, "Who are you? Why you are here? What is my name? I feel something very strange happening to me. For sometimes I forget my house, my family, and this took me about 2 hours to remember he's my brother. About 2 hours to remember that she's my auntie. Today there is a Nagasankirtan here, a Suprabhatam. But I feel something strange. While I'm walking, I feel that my feet is not touching the ground. Every time I'm crying, I feel something is missing in me. Something is leaving my body. And when the group of organization came to perform the Suprabhatam, after Suprabhatam, they prepared themselves for the Nagasankirtan. And I saw Swami in front of everybody. He's accompanied them for the Nagasankirtan. But I was feeling that Swami is leaving me. Because Swami is going in that Nagasankirtan. And I am telling my auntie that Baba is leaving me. Swami is going. And I start crying. And the manifestation start coming once more from my body. And I take a clothes, I put a dhoti and enrobe me. And from that time, I leave all my clothes the first clothes I put on me, it was the first clothes, and until now I put the same type of clothes.
You mean not like Westerner clothes, like what
Yeah.
you are wearing those days?
Because only that clothes was on my bed. Because every day I put that clothes to perform my prayer. And the time when honey is coming from my body, I did not found, the clothes, only that clothes was found on my bed. And when I took that clothes, I put it. From that time, only this clothes, this type of clothes only I can wear. I can put on my body. And at that time, honey coming. And when they came back from Mexican, I saw Swami coming. And at that time, at the prayer room, in our prayer rooms, there was no chair of Swami. And on that day, this change what happened to me. I was completely transformed. Amrita coming from my head everywhere. And I was feeling that I was connected with another type of world. Something, I am receiving something, some kind of energy. That I want to sleep only. I want to only close my eyes. I don't want to see someone. I want to go towards eyes and to be calm in a corner. And it was difficult for me to go to job. I have to leave my job. Everything, clothes, everything.
You mean you didn't have control over the manifestation, it just came?
Yes, just came. Even the vibhuti. And at that time I did not know what is, I did not know what is meditation. But this coming to me automatically, and I asked my auntie, I want to do meditation. I use the name of meditation, but I don't know what is the meaning of meditation. But I have to give an explanation to my auntie. Say, I am going to my meditation in my room. I will sit, but after 1.5 hours you came and just to touch me. Then I will come back. And I sat in my personal room. And vibhuti coming out from my body. And the whole body, Amrita coming, vibhuti and Amrita mixed everything in my body. And that time when I perform that meditation, I feel that something in my body is leaving my body. Something inside my body is leaving my body, is going elsewhere. It's going elsewhere. Like a bird is flying in the same way, like something coming, I can't see. At that time I don't have the knowledge of Atma. But I feel something leaving my body and is flying. And I feel fresh, calm. And from that I saw so many birds, so many light, green things, beautiful, so many stars. Each time I saw so many stars, green leaves, trees, many birds is flying together with angels, small lights everywhere, like this. And far away, a golden door, 2 golden doors closed. One of the doors is about 2 meters, approximately 2 meters by 10 meters. 2 is closed, and I stopped there because you can't go beyond that. I returned back. So many things, and I returned back in my body. And when I opened my eyes, I saw Chachi, my auntie, is in front of me. Because
She had come to wake you up.
yes. So, and when I came into my consciousness, I saw vibhuti on my body everywhere, on my head, my ears, everything, and my chest coming. I feel my body very strange. And I put my clothes to cover me, and I came out.
You were not scared back then of what was happening? Or you had a sort of trust?
No, nothing, because at that time, I feel only that I want to sit just to calm inside. I want to be silent.
Mm-hmm.
I want just to sit, not talk with anyone, and I sit. And while I sit like that, something happening to me and leave my body. Every time. Even today something happened like that, but I don't let happen because I am not prepared for that as this type of meditation. That sometimes when I am tired, went to my room just to be in a corner and be silent. So at that time this happened to me.
All these things were happening to you, and all this new world was developing also around you, and your knowledge about Swami Sai Baba and people coming, and the media, and all of that. But then I know that after such a rush, people tend to go their own way and their own daily lives. And a new stage developed in your life, where you started to do several work, and you had the vision of building a Bhajan Hall, and started building that Bhajan Hall. You were not working, and everything was apparently coming to you from grace. How did that come about, that you had the vision to start spreading the word of Sai Baba and giving back to your fellow human?
Because as well, back then Swami Ajay didn't want to see Baba directly to India.
No. Normally, when all this happens to me, it was very difficult even for me to understand myself. I don't have a vision what to do, what I have to do, what all is happening to me. Even I don't have the knowledge about. I saw the form, the body of our beloved Bhagwan. But this happened, this type of explanation is sometimes very rare because people don't accept this type of manifestation. And for me, it was very strange. When every group came to perform bhajan, they asked me to perform arti. I don't know to perform arti of Baba because I don't know at what time I have to turn back to give them that divine energy of that flame. I don't know about teachings of Swami, of beloved Bhagwan Baba. I know only prayers, I know only manifestation of God, I know only talk to God through heart to heart. But all these arti, prayers, vibhuti, kirtan, respect to God, devotion, I don't know all these things. I do it in my own way. I don't have a vision what I have to do. Only that something happening to my body. Many people is coming, so it's good, okay. Sometimes our name and fame is coming, I feel happy. People is knowing me, okay. People is falling into my leg, okay, touching my feet, okay. Nothing an idea like that. But something happened after 1 week. After 1 week, groups continue coming. I started to see Swami a bit more. And he stand in the prayer room. Because at that time we have not put a chair for Swami. I started writing at that time. And he talked to me. I looked his lips only move, and through that meditation I started understanding what he wants to say, and I started writing in Creole, Mauritius language. About the chair, you have to put a chair. People must sit like this. So many changes, so many preparation. How to sit in a Bhajan Hall. How to put the chair. You no need to put the garland on the chair because he need to sit. So the place must be clear when we invite someone. So all these things Swami told me, and I write in a paper. What were the people? Some people were there. And once they watched the message, say, no, it's not true. The message. So the same message I continued writing. Swami continued to talk to me like this. He stands there and continued to talk to me. And the second language was in French. People don't accept the same message. The third message was in English. We don't accept that language. And the fourth language came into Hindi. Once more people don't accept. And the fifth and the last language was in Telugu.
So you wrote it in Telugu?
And I wrote the message into Telugu. Once people have to accept because I don't know Telugu, I did not talk to them. And in Telugu language, there was someone in the village who came and read the text of Telugu and explain to everybody what Swami wants to do here. So in that message was, we have to put the chair of Swami so that he can sit there, So everything, the altar. And from that I start my job. One thing is important that in Mauritius at that time, so the way of sitting to perform bhajan in Mauritius, the judge was on the left hand and the ladies was on the right hand that time. And Swami say, the judge must sit in the right hand and the ladies in the left hand. Because in Prashanti Nilayam, the Bhajan Hall, the gents' side was in the right hand and the ladies' side in the left hand. And Swami say, we have to sit in that manner. People did not say that. I don't know at that time that there are two types of hall in Prashanti Nilayam. One hall is, we call it Darshan Hall, where the ladies in the right and the gents in the left. And we have Bhajan Hall, where the gents is in the right and the ladies in the left. For everything, there is a meaning. And Swami gives that meaning in that writing. In writing. And he said, explained, which so many of us did not know. Why is the lady side is first and in the right hand? And why here the gents in the Bhajan Hall in the right hand and the ladies in the left? But for everything there is a meaning. Then Swami explained in that letter, I am Lord Narayana, I am Shiva, I am Shiv Parvati. Like Lakshmi always stay at the lotus feet of Lord Narayana, and Parvati always stay at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva, the same thing, all these ladies are my Lakshmi. when I come out from my house, does it touch my feet in the name of our beloved Lakshmi? When I come back in my Bhajan Hall, Lord Vishnu always stay in the right hand and his wife always stay in the left hand. So that's why we say the wife may stay in the left hand. For the same reason, in the Bhajan Hall, all the giants who represent the Lord of Vishnu, they are in the right hand and ladies in the left hand. So all Swami has given the explanation. After that time, the first work start transformation, changing the way of sitting. First job. The way of doing art, performing arti, because at that time in Mauritius, ladies was not allowed to perform arti. Ladies was not allowed to perform arti. The first time in village in that place, Swami asked that at that time we started that one gent and one ladies could perform arti. Till now, the same message has been propagated everywhere. In France, in Portugal, in Belgium, in England. Even the groups who wants to perform it.
So basically everything that you started to do then and from then was by the direction of your own inner vision through Swami. Through Swami. So this is, from what I know about your life, is a big turning point in your life and your daily life even. While you were telling us about your life before this happened, I was just imagining you. It just came to me as a child, and I was thinking that once, like all of us, you were a child, and once, like all of us, you were a young boy and a boy. And I was the question that was coming to my mind was, how did you see life through your childhood and young age?
Normally, the life of my childhood was not very well, but I got the support of my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, helped me do something. But it was not very easy for me because I have to work. At the age of 5 years, at the age of 5, I stayed in the house of my brother-in-law from 5 to 18 years. But together with the facilities of food facilities, education facilities, but I had to work very hard, working in the sugarcane field, cutting sugarcane, and so much hard work. It was very difficulty at that time to eat what I want to eat.
You mean you were starving now and then, like food-wise?
Not starving, but the food was there, but it's not very easy to get that food.
Okay.
It was not very easy to get that food. I have to work very hard. So and once we start eating, so much harsh words coming from the mouth of my brother-in-law. So you eat so much and you work less. So this type of words gave me so much pain, and I started taking my food outside, and I started coming late home just to stop listening all these words. Even when I worked in the sugarcane field, I have to listen all. I have to hear all that harsh words, but God gave me that courage to accept all these sufferings. Maybe I accept it now as karmic, as a karma. Maybe I have done something wrong in my past life. I have to cover it now. But I have learned also something with them, discipline. Discipline, sufferings, disciplines, etc. So at the age of 19, I came back in my family, in the family of my father. And all these changes happened there.
Is there any event in your life before your disease? Is there any event that ever happened in relation to your spirituality and to God? Any event that you remember that
Now,
was meaningful to you in some way?
yes. Now when we have the knowledge about God, now I start realizing that everything which has happened in my life from my birth to now is a kind of blessing. Because each time something happened to me, very strange, that today I say, God was with me to help me to realize all these things. Because even at that time was very difficult for me at that age of 5 years to 10 years to do such big jobs in the sugarcane field. Because people in my village say, how it was possible for me to do all these jobs alone, perfectly. And it was not me. Today when I realized it was not me. It is God. It was working through me. And even at that time, I wondered. So something happened very strange. And to get all these things, it was only the manifestation of divine God, divine hand. Now I can say all these things happened to me. One thing happened to me when I was the age of about 13 years. I was working in the sugarcane field. So it was a Saturday. I have to go to work I have to leave home about 5 o'clock. And I forgot to take water to drink. So I went to work in the sugarcane field. And on Saturday normally I have to stay for a long time. I return back home about 5 or 6 o'clock afternoon. And about 2 o'clock, I feel very thirsty. I want to drink water, but there was no water around me. And many people working in their field. And I was at the time waiting for water. And I start praying from deep in my heart, oh God, I'm feeling very thirsty. Do something for me. I know you are somewhere here. I have not the capacity really to feel you. I have not the knowledge to feel you. But I know if you are here, maybe you are in the sky. And it's very difficult for me to talk to you. But listen to me, God. I'm feeling very thirsty. Do something for me. And about 1 kilometer, there was an old man. There was an old man there. There was a factory. And an old man is staying there to take care of that place. He knows me. Far away from that place. And here I am saying to God that I'm feeling very thirsty. And that man sent a bottle of water from the hand of so many people. Because near that place, people was working. He gives that bottle of water in that hand of the people. As that people say, have to send that water there. And that people, hand by hand, this bottle of water finally came in my hand. And I drank that water. I said, thank you, God. At that time, I did not realize. But after work, when I returned back home, just to thank that old man, I cried. And no one came out from that place. But I know the old man who was there, it was a bit familiar to me. When I returned back home, I met that old man, say, oh grandfather, you were there today? And he said to me, no, today I am free. I was not there. And no one is there, but tomorrow I will go. Say, but there was someone there who sent me water. I said, no. Say, you sent me a bottle of water? Say, no, but I did not go to work today. And I told him, I want to see your bottle of water. And when I saw his bottle of water, it was the same. It was very strange at that time, but I say, God is somewhere. But after the miracles happened to me, I say, Swami, you was always with me at that time. But I did not recognize you. Today you take the real form in front of me.
Thank you. So, I guess that's what I was wondering, because that was my feeling, that it couldn't have been otherwise, that Swami had to be with you all the time after what happened. And I wanted to just learn some of the lila before that time.
Even many things happened like this. At that time, so many youngsters, they put their guitars around the neck just to play the guitars. So I say, I want myself, I want to have a guitar myself also, just to put in my, even I don't know, I don't have the knowledge, just to put that guitars, because everybody is playing a guitars. And they don't have the knowledge, but even they put a guitars, is like a modeling at that time. So I say, oh God, if I can have a guitar like this. But everything to get, I know, I have to strive hard. I have to work hard for that. That's something to do. So there was a competition, a quiz competition, and the group was already selected, but a group of three. I went with them just to encourage the group for the quiz competition in a place. So when they told me that one is missing, one is not copying, if I can replace one of them, say, but I don't know what to say, how to do. I have to prepare myself. You free, you have prepared all the questions and answers, but I don't know even the questions, even the answers. And they told them that we don't know the question, but we have prepared some answers. Maybe you can help us, because you have no one to replace us in our groups for our college. So okay, I'll come. But I will sit in the middle, because I don't know any answers. And the organizer is asking, my friend did not know, only me, I know that answer. And about 5 or 6 answers like this, and this makes us to win that competition. So every one of us will get a prize, and the prize I received was a guitar. And I received that guitar in my hand. This is the second thing. And third thing also, at that time I was a goalkeeper.
In a football team?
Yeah. And everybody put really good track suits, everything. And I say, it will be good if I got a yellow track suit, and with a border of blue colors. And once there was a competition, a cross-country competition. And I participated in that cross-country competition. And I didn't know at the time that from 1 to 11 there will be prize. I took part. I concentrated only for 1 to 3. I know from 4 to 10 there will be no prizes. But I participated in this. It's about 9-10 kilometers approximately like this. We have to run. So I took part. And when we end the cross country, I came the number 9. And the man who organized say, okay, the certain person who came first will get the prize. And the prize that person gave me, it was a tracksuit, yellow tracksuit with yellow border. So in that way, today when I feel God has accomplishing what I want, because it was difficult for me to get money to buy, because the whole day I worked is for my brother-in-law. The whole money received goes to my brother-in-law. And I have to work another job and another place to get money for my knowledge, for my stationery, etc. But it was not enough to buy something like this. Only God did something for me, even today, to accomplish my desire. quelques-uns à côté le livre, tout ça. Bon, mais quand même, c'est étrange, ça passe. J'y allais en mode, je sais pas, mais c'est pas facile à croire, tout ça. Mais il faut juste expérimenter, c'est tout. Et c'est bien que les gens connaissent qu'est-ce que c'est, tout ça. Il y a ça, Dieu nous montre une seule chose, qu'on n'est rien. Il peut nous prendre à n'importe quel moment parce que nous sommes ses propriétés. On n'est rien. Il veut nous dire que tout ce qui se passe, on pense, c'est nous qui fait. On pense. On toujours pense. On a le droit de penser. On croit. On a le droit de croire. Il nous a donné cette liberté. C'est démocratie, c'est libre. On a le droit de tout faire. Mais c'est lui qui a l'arrière ça. On est dans le Mahamaya, on ne va pas savoir. Mais il y a une autre chose, il y a le mal aussi qui vient. Mais à l'arrière ça, il prend une autre forme qu'on s'appelle discernement. Lors de ce moment-là, il y a le mal aussi qui vient. Là, c'est le karma. Dans le même supermarché, vous avez la viande, vous avez les choses végétariennes, vous avez tout. Mais vous avez l'habitude de manger végétarien. Mais si vous avez la tentation, un coup pour goûter la viande, c'est votre karma. Mais si vous arrivez à résister, parce qu'à certains moments, il vous donne, il vous teste, il vous donne la tentation. Comment vous allez utiliser votre discernement? Par exemple, je suis dans le train, je suis en train de venir, il y a des personnes qui prennent des biens, je dis, ah, ils prennent des biens. Je suis seul, c'était facile pour moi de partir, qui sait? Mais le discernement ne nous laisse pas faire. Car non, this body is God. The Atma is living in this body is God. Every breath I am breathing is God. Honesty, what I have it here is God itself. La résistance is God. So why to destroy that good energy? But it is between me and God. Nothing publicity. I have to decide what I want. If I want to keep that God I love in me, so I have to adjust every desire. Nothing else. But we have to come alone and accomplish everything. And like Krishna, we have to go to Dwarka. We have nothing to do here. Mais ce sont des choses très étranges, ça passe pas aussi. C'est dehors de compréhension des gens. Et Dieu, il a fait tout ça pour esprit. Il a parlé ça, mais en même temps, il fait ça. Il vous dit qu'il ne faut pas faire méchant, mais il a envoyé des gens méchants devant vous. C'est toujours ça. Il y a toujours, c'est comment on va comprendre ça, c'est pas le cas. À cette époque, vous dites, ça c'est faux, l'amrita c'est faux. Aujourd'hui, c'est pas l'amrita. L'amrita est transformée en forme de bâtiment. Il y a des bâtiments qui poussent maintenant. À cette époque, vous parlez des médailles et tout ça. Aujourd'hui, les voyages qui poussent partout. Moi, je fais juste mon travail, je n'intéresse pas. Je m'intéresse avec pas d'autre chose, je fais mon travail, je suis venu. Eux, qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire? Il y a seulement un forme de Swami Ajay qui est parti à Belgique. Mais quand vous allez voir sur la table, il y a plusieurs formes de photos de Swami Ajay qui sont en train de vendre. C'est pas moi qui a dit ça. C'est les personnes qui venaient apporter la photo pour que je bénisse ma photo. Hein? Et c'est comme ça, on ne va pas savoir tout ça.